This is an Alfa Romeo GTV 2000 from 1973. A car built in a time where fuel was leaded, speed limits were optional, and seatbelts were mere decorations. And I love it. It's beautiful. It's old. It's Italian. It can be temperamental, occasionally on fire, and it's held together by optimism and rust. But I've got a plan.
Dangerous lines that glow in the moonlight. I've been crossing worlds of silver sea, numbers and colors.
And that plan? It's an ambitious plan. Borderline irresponsible plan. To take this 50-year-old wedge of an Italian drama and turn it into a fire-breathing, corner-devouring track monster. You see, when you build a track car, especially one from the 70s, you can't just add power and expect it to behave. You have to build a foundation, brakes that work, steering that doesn't feel like a waterbed, suspension that doesn't bounce like a trampoline in a hurricane. This car is being built to survive the punishment of modern track days, to keep up with Miatas, to overtake BMWs, to make people at Hallett scratch their heads and say, wait, what just passed me? And it all starts here, with the small things. Now, the original brake booster in the GTV is what you would call cooperative, until it isn't. It's basically a rubber diaphragm that uses vacuum from the engine to give your foot a little bit more stopping power. The issue? It was never very good. And after 50 years, it's about as effective as a soggy shoe. Also, I hate it. So, we're removing it entirely. First, we're going to clean the pedals that connect to the brake booster. And we're going to be doing that with today's sponsor, Super Clean. More on them later. With that clean, it's time to show you what we're going to be replacing the original brake booster with. This, the Alphaholics Brake Booster Delete Kit. Look at it. It's magnificent. It's so well made, you almost don't want to install it. You just want to rub oil on it and whisper sweet compliments to it. Installing it wasn't too hard, but it did take an extra assistant to help me get it all lined up, and then for me to crawl under the dash, fish my hands up where the pedal assembly was, and line the rod and the brake pedal and the clutch pedal up, so that way everything could be bolted together. Eventually it's in, and what we've done is essentially move the pedal ratio into racing mode. It'll require more leg, sure, but the modulation, the feel, impeccable. Once it's bled properly, of course, which is a war I'll be fighting later. The original brakes were easy enough to remove. They practically leapt off this car in shame. Now, while we're in there, I figured we might as well do the wheel bearings and rotors, because this car hasn't seen fresh grease since Disco died. Taking everything apart was surprisingly easy, which is suspicious, because this is an Alfa Romeo, and nothing on an Alfa is supposed to be easy. But with everything cleaned up, we pressed in new bearings, greased everything within an inch of its life, and reassembled the hubs with brand new rotors.
Burying all the evidence, my glamorous words will catch them. Burying all the evidence, some thousands of eyes are watching. Burying all the evidence, my glamorous words will catch them. Burying all the evidence, some thousands of eyes are watching. Burying all the evidence, my
Now on to our sponsor for today's episode, Super Clean. They were nice enough to send me a box of their products, but they honestly didn't need to. Super Clean has been a brand that I've been buying for the past several years because the first time they ever sponsored an episode with me, I was genuinely impressed by their products. I genuinely use these on every single one of my cars. Here, I wanted to show you how well it actually ended up cleaning the interior fenders of the GTV. I'm pretty sure there's some dirt and grime on the underside of this car that hasn't seen the light of day for at least 30 years. So the fact that it's able to actually take it from looking like a grimy mess to almost a brand new painted car is insane. I mean, just look at the results right here. You can see what I started with and now what I finished with. And this was genuinely only using Super Clean spray bottle and paper towels. So Super Clean, thank you again for sending me your products. I genuinely do love using all of your products for everything I do on my cars. So thank you again for being a sponsor of today's episode. Make sure to check them out in the description below. Next up, front suspension bushings. Because after 50 years, the originals had all the structural integrity of stale chewing gum. Removing them? Humble. I tried pressing, I tried burning, eventually I gave in and I drilled them out while rethinking my life choices. Installing the new ones, however, was almost satisfying. They slid in with a little bit of persuasion and a lot of lithium grease. And now, the front suspension no longer has 15 degrees of slop built in from the factory. Now, for the fun bit. These are Wilwood 4-piston calipers. They are American, they are silver, and they mean business. Stock calipers are fine if you plan to putter around and enjoy espressos at 30 miles an hour, but we're planning to do track days. We're going to howl it. We need brakes that say, no, I will not fly off this corner, thank you very much. The Wilwoods bolted without too much fuss, but I did have to use some spacers to properly align everything perfectly, which meant a little bit of fitting. Then came the lines, braided stainless steel, which sounds fancy and race ready, but mostly just means these will be an enormous pain to route if you don't have 3 elbows. Routing them took a combination of yoga, swearing, and an unhealthy number of zip ties. So that's it. Brakes, bushings, and a boatload of sweat. The GTV is one step closer to becoming the turbocharged lunatic I always knew it could be. But next time, we're doing something properly ridiculous. We're going turbo, we're going standalone ECU, and we're going to test the very limits of how much boost an Alpha Nord block can take before it files a restraining order. Because really, what could possibly go wrong? I hope you all enjoyed today's episode. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. I'll see you guys next time on the Alfa Romeo GTV 2000 Turbo Build. I just can't get over how fun this thing is to drive. I love this car. I genuinely drive it as much as I possibly can. If it's to the store, if it's just to go see my parents, hell, sometimes I feel like just going for a drive and I'll just hop away for 20 minutes and go for a drive in this thing. I genuinely love this car, and I wish you could buy something like this brand new from the factory today, but you can't. You gotta go to custom shops to get something like this restored and to feel like a modern car. But if you can get your hands on one of these for a decent price in okay shape like this one was, I highly recommend it. You won't be disappointed.